Yo, what is up, DW Nation? Hope you guys are doing well. This is Asante Grundy from the Disciples of Wrestling coming to you guys with another Smackdown Recap. So, the man, Becky Lynch, she's back, and she's now the champion, the new champion. If you didn't see SummerSlam, she won the title. And she means business this time. I'll tell you what she says, and I'll tell you all that escalates around her. Also, Baron Corbin, a career revival. You know, he's been downhill these last couple weeks, but I'll tell you about that. And also, we got a championship celebration for Roman Reigns that goes downhill. Stay tuned and enjoy the show. So, the man, Becky Lynch, is back. Now, for those who didn't see SummerSlam, Becky Lynch beat Bianca Belair for the championship, and she is the new women's champion. Pretty much, Becky made a surprising return, and she pretty much just stole the championship from Bianca. But, hey, Bianca, she had a small little run. Nothing, I wouldn't say it was a nice run, because she only beat pretty much Sasha, who was pretty much the best part of her defense. But it was a little run. She'll definitely be champion in the future. But other than that, Becky, she's back, and she puts the whole women's division on notice. Then Bianca comes out and she says, hey, I would like to have my rematch. Then after that, Zelina Vega, she comes out and says, ignore Bianca, I think you should challenge me, Becky, for the championship. Then Carmella, she comes out and she says, hey, forget those two, I'm the one you should be challenging for the women's championship. Then our last opponent we have coming out is Liv Morgan, and she's like, hey, forget those three. You should be challenging me for the championship. So pretty much Bianca at the end, she was like, hey, Becky, what do you say? So Becky, she thinks for a little bit, then says no, then she walks off. Then Bianca, Liv, Carmella, and Zelina all attack each other, which sets up for a fatal four-way match. So we have our fatal four-way match. We have Zelina Vega, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Bianca Belair. Now this match is very important for each of the four, because the winner will go on to face Becky and get a championship opportunity. So you best believe all four of them are going to be bringing their A game. So let me just break it down for you guys. It's Bianca who stands tall, and she pretty much wins it. It was her against Liv Morgan in the final part of the fatal four-way match. Liv did her thing, almost pulled it out, but Bianca, she wants to get that title back. She's hungry, and I cannot blame her. And she comes out and wins this fatal four-way match. So hopefully we can, at Extreme Rules, the next pay-per-view, we can get a real match for the championship, since pretty much Becky just all she had to do was just blow on Bianca, and all Bianca did was just fell down. And yeah, that's how easy it was for those who didn't see that. Yeah, pretty much Bianca, one move, she went down, and Becky won the championship. So hopefully at Extreme Rules, we get a real match. So which I think will be a banger. So we'll see what happens. Next, we have Baron Corbin. Now this man was looking rough. This man was about to retire. This man, he was just hating life. And especially ever since King Nakamura, aka Shinsuke Nakamura, stole his crown from him. Ever since then, Baron Corbin, his career has went downhill. So last week at SummerSlam, he lost to Big E, and then he was just contemplating retirement. But after the match, this man decided to go to Vegas, because SummerSlam was in Vegas, and gamble. He had $35 left. He turned 35 into 100 and 100 into so on and so forth. This man bought him a car. This man was getting drinks with and dinner with beautiful ladies, and this man was just living life. So he comes on SmackDown last night and says, "Hey, Big E, that's a nice looking briefcase you got there. I would love to buy it off of you." So Big E, he looks confused. He's like, "What?" But then Baron Corbin just starts giving him offers, dollar amounts for his briefcase, and Big E was like, "Nope, and no." So yeah, you best believe Corbin didn't want to hear that. So we'll see how Corbin can pretty much capture the briefcase, if he can be successful with it. But Big E, he gave him a warning. He's like, "Hey, if you don't get out of my face right now, it's not going to be pretty." So Baron Corbin just walks off. So we'll see what Baron comes up with next to try and get this briefcase. So before I get to this championship celebration, earlier in the show, we had the Usos confronting Paul Heyman. And for those who don't know, and for those who didn't see SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar returned at SummerSlam, and he had a stare down with Roman Reigns and pretty much was just challenging him right there. But Roman Reigns walked off. So the Usos were questioning and interrogating Paul Heyman, saying, "Hey, did you know that Brock was coming? Did you know about all this?" And Paul Heyman, he was acting a little slow to reply to questions. He was shaking. He was scared and nervous. And then after that, the Usos, they didn't want to believe it, but they did. But they have their eye on Paul Heyman. Then Roman Reigns comes up, and he was like, "You okay, Paul? Everything good? Do I gotta open my own door now?" And Paul, he's still acting scared because of what the Usos did to him. So yeah, I don't know, if it's not looking good for Paul Heyman. We might see a breakup with Roman and Paul real soon. And now that the Beast is in the equation, we'll see how all this plays out. So my final highlight of the show, we have the championship celebration of Roman Reigns. And the reason why this is a championship celebration, it's been 1 year since Roman has been the Universal Championship, and he beat a worthy opponent in John Cena at SummerSlam. So pretty much Paul was just acknowledging the tribal chief and telling the universe to acknowledge the tribal chief, and he gives a shout out to the Usos as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Everything's going well, but then Finn Balor comes out, and Finn means business. He says to Roman that, "Hey, I was pretty much cheated out of a championship opportunity. John Cena, I'll deal with him later. But Roman, I'm tired of waiting. I want my championship match now." He says Edge is talking about the Universal Championship, but I'm tired of waiting. So I challenge you next Friday for the Universal Championship. Yes, we'll see if Roman will accept it, because he didn't really accept it. But Finn Balor, he says, I can't wait until the next pay-per-view. I want you next week for the championship. So then after that happens, he attacks Roman. Then the Usos attack Finn. Then after that, the Street Profits come out to help Finn Balor. So they beat up the Usos. And then pretty much Finn Balor, he gets revenge on the Usos and he beats them up too. And then he just stares down Roman Reigns. And Roman, he is not happy, obviously. So yeah, we'll see if Roman accepts this challenge. So that does it for this Smackdown recap. I'm Asante Grundy from the Disciples of Wrestling. And pretty much one last thing I forgot to mention. The Beast is back. Yes, Brock Lesnar is back. For those who didn't see SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar made his appearance and he's back. And Roman is about to challenge Finn. So we'll see when. It's not a matter of if, it's when Roman Reigns is going to challenge Brock Lesnar. We'll see what happens, because I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Tune in for more Disciples of Wrestling content. I'm Asante Grundy, signing off.